makes me wish that I'd been playing since like when the game first came out. Not just when the map pack was really
good. You know, a lot of the old maps were really good, but some of the new ones are really good. Like I love that broadcast map.
Yeah,
the one
yeah,
that's based on the Mexican TV station.
Yeah, that's so good.
Some people don't like that Creek map just because it's big, but I don't know. I think it's cool.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
How's it going, man? Call of Duty 4.
You gotta play that, man. If you're not, get it now.
It's so good. So good.
Oh, you guys like Team Fortress 2? There's an event tonight that Valve's holding.
Oh, that's right.
Showing off the new maps.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it. We gotta go to that.
There's a Namco event tonight, dude.
Oh.
Fitch.
Hey,
You're just the person I need to see.
Oh, really?
You're coming to Bandai Namco event, right?
Of course.
All right, I have all these interviews, and I'm supposed to staff all of them. I can't. I have to play these games. If you could just do one, it's Tales of Vesperia. I know you like Japanese RPGs.
Somewhat of a Tales fan.
That's true, but you won't be interviewing just the staff. It's actually with this singer named Bonnie Pink. She's a hot J-pop starlet. She's doing the theme song.
I'd like to see how hot she is.
Here, take a look. I got a picture over here. She's kind of a sultry seductress.
Yeah. Bit sultry, yes. Yeah, not bad. Are
you familiar with her music?
I don't think I'm familiar with her music.
Here's a YouTube clip. This is apparently a big hit. Maybe you'll be into this.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm kind of feeling this.
You kind of feeling it?
I'm feeling it.
All right, finish. Yes. So it's at 4:30. Maybe practice your moves. Show.
Oh, I got some moves for her.
She's gonna Fitch, your lifesaver, dude. Awesome. All right, that's enough. But you can. I got work. So I'll see you at the event.
All right. See you there, man.
All right, man.
Man props.
Yeah. You can get back to work.
I don't wanna go to work today. Wanna stay home and play all my video games on the One Up Show. You know you'll be a star on the One Up Show. You already are.
Interested in Blastworks for quite a while because I always like games that give you like really easy creation utilities and stuff. I think the single player game really stands on its own, even if, because I
thought the single player game was probably the most boring part. I really couldn't bring myself to do much of the campaign stuff.
Like
messing with the editor and downloading stuff and playing with just random things, slapping them together in random ways. That was really fun. I wish you could like import your ships to the standard campaign and stuff like that.
That's another problem. It's challenging at least, unless you manage to survive to the end of like one level and you have like a massive shit on one side of the screen. You're just hanging out in the end. You're just wiggling back and forth trying to catch everything that comes in from the other side. And so then you're basically invulnerable. Main mechanic of it is the sticky blocks mechanic, you know, the Katamari sort of thing.
Right.
Where after you kill an enemy, it like becomes a corpse and it flails around basically, and you can
you try to catch it, and then they shoot.
And then its bullets shoot automatically and are used as your bullets, and so that's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, it tends to fill the screen pretty quick if you don't suck. Especially if you have like 4 people.
Yeah, but I like that. That's part of the stupid fun of it. I mean, it's not serious. Well, if you're going to play it as seriously as like Ikaruga, I mean, that's silly. I mean, you gotta...
No, it's not that kind of shooter. It's more of just a clusterfuck, really.
It does have the bullets of Ikaruga, though. I mean, some of those bosses really get like very crazy with their bullet patterns that are everywhere and all sorts of different changes. There's more detail in the models. It's kind of like that front of the Lego box mentality. Like you have these like big scenes that you start with like the smaller enemies and like the bosses get really huge and stuff, and they're all really elaborate.
Did you play the game it was based on?
Yeah, it's based on
It's
Tamiki
Tamiki
Fighters.
Fighters.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did play that a lot.
A bunch of the unlockables, I guess, are some of their old 2D fighters.
Yeah, some of Kent that chose other games. You can get
Yeah.
R Rootage and Taurus Trooper and stuff like that, and so that's pretty good. I mean, they're not enhanced as Blastworks. I mean, they're
No.
just straight ports. But I mean, Blastworks is also like a good upgrade because Tamiki Fighters was just like this super simple, really building block sort of thing.
It's practically a
But
tech demo.
we haven't really gotten that like in this part of the country before. I mean, there was like shoot 'em up construction kit on C64 and Amiga, but like after that was nothing.
When I was a kid, I remember like Adventure Construction Set and Gary Kitchen's Game Maker and all that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
right.
Pinball Construction Set. Yeah, it's a new renaissance of making our users make the content.
Exactly, yes. First of all, you don't have to be very good at drawing because you can just,
Well, no.
you have the shapes, you have all the polygonal shapes, you have the squares and the triangles and whatnot, and you can have a bunch of preset colors to choose from, and they're all properly gradated and all that.
Like, there are a lot of menus and palettes and sub menus and tabs and.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's not freaking Photoshop, but it's a little hairy.
Everything you see in the main game, you can basically make. Like it's within reach. I mean,
I think I would probably score it higher if there was more available to download. I'm sure that in the months after this thing comes out, there's
Yeah.
going to be a huge library of really shockingly good stuff.
yeah, they have the community site, Blastworks Depot or something. I think it's called
Which I guess is
.com.
a hell of a lot easier to just get things off that.
And you can do it basically through the menu in the game itself. It works through WeConnect 24 and all that, and you can send your friends stuff.
Yeah, but you don't have to use the friend codes to just grab stuff.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
I mean, that's
that's
a
another
huge
plus.
freaking
Yeah,
plus.
no friend code in Blastworks. Some things I didn't like is that you didn't exactly have a lot of control over animation. Everything's like a canned sequence, and you have to basically layer it all on top of each other and see what works. I mean, it's not like in Mario Paint where you could just draw the path and something. I mean, I wouldn't like that. But
either. Speaking of Mario Paint, that would have been cute.
the music's fine though. I mean, it's just basic.
It's sort of
It's generic. Yeah.
I almost didn't notice. At one point, I was like, "Is this supposed to have music?"
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh no, wait! I just have to turn it up."
Actually, when you make a level, you have like a selection of different like graphic filters. You have like the red and black Virtual Boy filter sort of thing,
Right.
and like the black and white paper
That's
level. they
everything
call it.
white and garage shaded. And,
Yeah. But-
the papercraft level was
Yeah.
a cute one.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say with like the music, you can like, I was sort of playing around with the music and sound effects and like setting up enemy patterns and things like that, and I thought, you know, you could kind of almost rip off Rez really well with this. Like if you just took like the basic music track, yeah.
With the beats and what. Well, you can set like waypoints for music and sound effects to hit, so you
Yeah,
almost
exactly.
could track something
That's it.
along with it if you're really, really determined.
The thing is that no matter what you make, you're still stuck with the sticky blocks.
Right. Yeah, you can actually
So-
change the mechanics of it,
Yeah.
you know, and how the ships handle or whatever isn't going to really
Yeah,
change.
my easy fix for that was to just tape down the 2 button, which tucks in your ship and fixes your direction, so you can play it like a classic shooter, right? And so that's what I would do. I'm sure a lot of people would do
There's a
that.
little duct tape and bubble gum there, but
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure people would do that too.
you have to be in that weird middle ground between not a shooter fan and too much of a shooter fan to not criticize it.
But I think everybody understands ships that shoot bullets, and that if you have the right inspiration, you can make something pretty cool and pretty elaborate.
Probably not going to be your inroad to a game design career.
No, but it's a good start. I mean, they give you a pretty good set of tools.
So, Nick, you're back from England, huh?
I am.
How was that banjo?
Good, he's a bear.
What can you tell me? Hey, Fitch, you're back, dude.
Yeah, duh!
Seriously, how'd it
She
go?
digs me, man. She digs me. Yeah,
Really?
you doubt it. But you'll all see. You'll all be proven wrong once the video rolls.
She liked the Fitch.
Yeah, she liked it. She's about to get fitched. Yatta!
Dude, how'd it really go? Wow. Wow. I guess I'll have to see this for myself.
It's awesome that they're, keeping the game updated with new maps all the time, and in this particular map, totally showing off a new gameplay mode.
For free, by the way.
For free, of course, because Valve only releases content for free because
Right.
they think that it's the perfect way to keep people coming back to their game, and the constant updates keep people from pirating it. new map, Gold Rush, we played several variations. It's the same as some of the other Team Fortress maps where it's not just one map. There's like, it's really kind of like 3 maps all in one.
Man, like new map, new mode, everything felt balanced, like out of the box.
Yep.
It's a really cool mode. I mean, you have this little cart you have to push through.
Try and nuke on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love that it looks like, what is it, Fat Man and Little Boy? Yeah,
totally Batman.
Yeah, when you stand close to it, when you're trying to move it, you have to stand close, and based on proximity, it pushes the cart slowly forward. You're trying to make it from one end of the level to the other. The other team's obviously trying to keep you from doing that.
Right, and just like in capturing territories in the other game modes, when you have more people standing next to the cart, it moves faster. Scouts are worth 2 times the number of people, and the nice thing is that this cart has these weird stacks coming out of it, and out of the stacks comes health. So if you're standing around it,
while you're standing around it,
healed, and
you can duck behind it.
It's covered.
And
It's covered, so you can be crouched behind it the whole time and,
and
kind
if
of
you're
sneaking along with it.
disguised enemy scout, you get health back when you're standing near it. So it's a good place to go and backstab random enemy
I
teammates.
learned that from a backstab.
I think that was from Say
I
Side.
see. Nice work there.
I swear, seriously. About the levels, the thing it draws out for me is it's amazing that how well they're able to plan out all the sight lines. You never feel like there's a spot that's either like so great to camp out in that someone's just going to sit there, and at the same time they're great places to set up ambushes where you still feel like you have a good spot and it's worth exploiting.
They've added 36 new achievements for the medic, and every 12 will unlock one of the new weapons.
So what were the new guns for the medic?
Well, my favorite was actually the Blutsanger or Blutsanger, however you say it, and it's the new needler gun, like the old needler syringe gun. It's actually really effective. I don't think enough medics really use it. When a pyro sees a medic, he's like, they go straight for you, and all you have to do is run backwards, pull out your needler, and just shoot them as they're trying to catch up to you. And a lot of them just don't even know to pull out their shotgun and shoot back. And this gun is perfect for those kind of situations for people that underestimate the medic, because even though the Blutsanger can't get criticals anymore, you have no chance of getting criticals. It actually recharges your health. It's like a vampire gun. The Kritzkrieg, which is the other version of your medic ray gun. When you release your Uber charge, instead of giving you I don't know, what is it, like 8 or 10 seconds of invincibility?
Yeah.
Then instead it gives you, the guy that you have it attached to, it gives him 8 to 10 seconds of 100% criticals. Everything he fires is a critical.
And you have to get all 36 of the new achievements to unlock the new version of the bone saw, which is called the Uber saw, or
Uber saw, yeah.
Uber bone saw.
So anytime you hit somebody with the Uber saw, it gives you a huge chunk of your Uber charge back. They said that with 4 hits, it'll fully recharge all of your Uber. So I was actually in one situation that we didn't get on tape, so this is kind of like, the one that got away. I charged up the Kritzkrieg, I let it go. The guy, whoever I was charging up, it was either you or Sean, and killed a whole bunch of guys. It was gone. Their team ran in. We were in a small room. I brought out the Uber saw. I killed one guy, hit him 3 times with the Uber saw, and like my Uber was like this far from full. And so all I did was bring up the Kritzkrieg again, I charged it up, and I went off on another one. It's a completely new way to play the medic. I love it.
2, 1.
From our experience playing the game, we know that there just aren't that many medics playing. People don't like to play that class.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why I ask. I've never played medic before. That was the first time I've messed around with it. I usually play soldier or heavy or pyro.
Yeah, and Matt here is like a really good medic. That is his primary class. When you see someone play medic right, you understand the power of the medic, and that there needs to be more than one of them on the team.
Yeah. Whenever I try to play a class that isn't the medic, always it ends up at some point where there's no medics at all. Robin Walker, he said that they expect to get a lot of people moonlighting as the medic just so that they can test out the new weapons and try to unlock the achievements and that kind of stuff. I think that's a really good strategy, because it would be really great to have more medics out there.
Hell yeah, especially as someone who plays a heavy, because when you're playing heavy, if you don't have a medic backing you up, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Scouts are way faster than you, soldiers are way faster than you, and you going to run out of ammo really quickly. So you got to have someone backing you up so that you can, get back to a dispenser or get to an ammo pickup when you need to. That makes a huge difference.
You might want to use the old weapon. You might still want to do the old school Uber. Like, when...
In fact, you'll have to switch sometimes. You'll have to switch from the new Criticals Uber to the old Invincibility Uber sometimes.
Yeah, because like if you're locked down, if you get to a stalemate where there's a bunch of turrets in the way, getting an Uber and putting it on a pyro is still maybe the best, or depending upon the placement of these turrets, a soldier or anyone else, it's still the best way to get by. But if you, had a really, really good position on someone, like if you got up high and the enemy team had like a bunch of enemies all like holding one entrance down or something like that, and you happen to get behind with, this other crit Uber, you could just do tons of damage all at once. I don't play medic that much, so I guess this is going to make me play medic a little more for the time being, but I really want all the rest of the updates for all the rest of the classes.
That's the thing for me is I was like, okay, now I've seen one, I'm like hungry, I want the rest. I'm like, okay, give me soldier, give me heavy, give me pyro, give me the ones I play. Or what are they? I mean, there's so much they could do. Like, I think about crazy classes like Demo Man. Demo Man, there's so many wild, crazy ideas they could come up with on that I'm like, okay, maybe that's a cool one to do next.
Yeah.
Who knows? All I do know is that Sean and I were talking to Robin, and he said that the updates for the rest of the characters will come faster than you thought, because most of the work in getting this first patch out was back-end stuff. They're using the medic as the first one, but they said it's not going to be too long before all the rest of the character classes have the upgrades.
I can only hope that like all the other classes get such a good treatment. I think once people see the kind of changes that they were able to do with the medic, I think it should inspire rampant speculation all over the internet.
Awesome.
Yeah, because they went fantastic. I know, because they went so crazy with the medic guns. I mean, really the sky's the limit for all the rest of the classes, and you just know it's going to be well balanced.
Right.
Shit thoughts provoke the new era. Become a bit terror, but my only rival is my shadow. Rewind the play back if it's my own error. Get low to the ground, it's getting better like I told you before. Double up a dead road cheddar. L to the J, say stay laced. Here's my car, B, royal flush, and I'm the ace.
We knew about Fest when Persona 3 came out here last summer, because it came out in Japan a few months earlier, and they were like, it probably isn't going to come out here, and I believe them, because this thing doesn't usually come out. Like Persona 2, the first part of that game we never got, and that was a 2-part game, like direct sequels. We never, Innocent Sin, the first part, we never got it.
Yeah, that was a shame.
Yeah, so the precedent is there for things not to come out here. So I think we should be lucky that we got this.
Definitely lucky.
Damn, I couldn't finish it up.
I can do it! I couldn't defeat it!
Like in Japan, it was like an append version, but you still needed the full game anyway.
Right.
And it was both parts either way, no matter which version you bought. And this is the full part. You get the full game.
They made Fez because the game was a huge hit in Japan and sold like 1 million copies, and like as like a payback to the fans. Like, we love you guys. We're gonna make more of this game.
Yeah,
so
this is total fan service.
Fan service,
yeah.
100% fan service.
A rare form! Destroy it!
If you didn't play it last time, you have no excuse now, because this version is actually a lot better. They've added a lot of things throughout the main game. Like, I didn't go back and play the whole thing again. I went back and played a little bit, but there are a lot of new story elements, like those private little things you do when you're at school.
The social links.
Like the social links.
Tons of new social links.
And they've made new endings to go along with all those social links. You actually get to see what happened to some of these characters. You never know, like, what happened to the girl who was dating her teacher?
Yeah.
Now you get to find out.
Yeah.
The core game itself hasn't really changed beyond that.
No, but I still like it.
Well, and for me, as someone who played the first game, the fact that they added a whole new epilogue that you can start at the beginning, you can bring your characters over, that's huge. And it's not just like an hour of extra content.
Right.
I mean, this thing, it's like 12, 14 hours maybe?
Really? Atlas says it's like 30 hours.
Well, that's if you get all the Persona, but like...
Well, still, I mean, yeah. I guess I see what you mean. It is kind of short-ish.
Well, yeah, but it's
I wouldn't call
it's gravy.
Yeah. I wouldn't say 12 hours though.
You'd say more than that?
Yeah. No, it starts out harder. There's no difficulty selection. Like
Right.
the answer is like on hard mode.
Yeah, it's automatically hard. And the battles, I mean, you'll find this, you will get killed in regular encounters if you don't level. And it's same with Persona 3, as you said before. There is grinding. It is old-fashioned. I think the battle system is very streamlined and easy to use, and I still enjoyed playing it even after playing it last year.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But I wasn't completely satisfied with the answer. It's basically the whole game again. It's like 7 like smaller dungeons all strewn out. I liked Persona 3 a lot. I really dug the battles and stuff. I even, I struggled through the dungeons, even though
Is
they're
it
probably
because-
my favorite part. But it's like, do I really want to do it again?
Well, because I'm someone who also doesn't usually like these dungeon hack games where you're going back to the same dungeon over and over again, trying to make it, a few levels. But Persona, because it's so streamlined, I find myself not getting annoyed with it the same way I did like Breath of Fire and Dragon Quarter. That's a game where you're forced to do the same thing over and over again. But this one, because you always have that carrot on the stick of making new personas, and it's really easy to get to that next level. Like, I found it hard to put down. I think the epilogue is cool in terms of the narrative because the game kind of ends in a really unresolved, just kind of ends.
Right.
And this actually gives you the closure you want with these characters, and lets you see what happened actually after the events of the first game.
Right. You play as Aegis, and it's like completely after.
Sexy robot. Everyone.
Your words, not mine.
Everyone likes a sexy robot, right? Yeah. You don't like sexy robots?
She's cute. I wouldn't say sexy.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, the red bow does something, I guess. But
there aren't any new characters per se. No new party members.
No, but the social links kind of enhance that, I think, because you can kind of date Elizabeth, the girl from the Velvet Room, and you can take her on.
Who doesn't want to? Quite frankly.
This edifice over here, it can't be. Is this a club? Dancers, dictated by the sway of one's inner passions. A subterranean garden of uninhibited spectacle. No, it's not closed for business now, is it? Such a pity. I had hoped to join in on the wild ritual.
I think music has been one of the bad points in this game because there's so little of it and you hear it a lot.
That's true. Yeah, I still liked it on the whole.
You even like the new battle theme?
Not as much.
There's a lot of hey, let's go. I can't even remember. There's vocal samples, but they're really tiring.
Yeah, the hip hop samples.
Yeah, the hip hop samples get old.
So dance while I put you in a trance. Let's party, boogie in your body. Work that body, make sure you don't hurt nobody. I say hey, fill the fire with a burning desire. Yeah, get up off of that thing.
I think that's probably the only one thing I don't like.
I enjoy that ironically, like Sonic Adventure 2. I was just like,
oh god.
I was torn with myself, kind of asking is this really worth it if I played Persona 3 all the way through again, as I have.
Right.
But, I mean, even for the average fan who may or may not be a super fan or not,
but I think
someone who has played it and liked it. I mean, is this really worth it again? I'm not talking about the answer part. I'm talking about the journey.
The journey.
I mean, is it really worth it to start all over again and go through all these social links and all that?
I think your mileage may vary. Yeah. If you already played Persona 3, I don't think you have to. But if you loved it, it's worthwhile. You will see new story things. But I think even if you have played Persona 3 and you don't play the journey, you just play the answer, which is the new stuff. I think it's still worth it. And the price point just can't be beat. $29. It's a huge game. There's so much to love there. And I do hope that this finds an audience because they just announced Persona 4 is also PS2, and that might not even be out here by the end of the year. So for PS2 RPG releases to keep coming, the audience has to keep supporting them and not move on. And we don't usually get these things in America. Like in Japan, Square will do this for Final Fantasies and Kingdom Hearts. They do these final mixes with a little bit of new content. We never get those. Yeah. So this is really the first time US RPG fans have gotten a crazy fan service JRPG thing.
That is a good point. Yeah.
So support it. Every cosplayer should run out and buy 10 copies. I gotta see this for myself.
Hey, this is Andrew Fitch with OneUp.com. We're here with J-pop songstress Bonnie Pink. First of all, you are fluent in English, I've heard. So I've heard. People tell me. Shane Benhausen told me. So I guess first of all, my J-pop knowledge is sort of stuck back in '99. So I know like Morning Musume. Morning Musume, whoa 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 whoa, da 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 da, wah, yeah yeah yeah. Yeah, I did that karaoke back in '99. Yeah, your more recent. Wait, let me check the name of it. I liked the song very much. It was A Perfect Sky. I'm looking for a perfect sky. I'm looking for a perfect sky. I don't know if you know, but there was the recent game that came out last year, Blue Dragon. This is the beginning, is where it all gets started. Up in the sky above. Woo! Are you classically trained?
No.
No. What are some of your influences?
I started from hard rock.
Hard rock.
Like
Aerosmith. Never wanna close my eyes, 'cause I miss you, and I don't wanna miss a thing. Yeah. Jenny's got a gun. Do you have what were some of your...
I want to hear you.
Wore a raspberry beret. It's the kind you find in a second-hand store. A raspberry beret. And if it was warm, she wouldn't wear much more. Now let's say this. I'm not a huge Prince fan. In fact, I kind of hate him. But I like that song, so that's why I sang it. How about David Bowie?
David Bowie, yes.
Ground control to Major Tom. I don't remember. But can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me, Major Tom? You know that, right? Do you like Freddie Mercury? Freddie Mercury? From Queen? We are the champions, my friend. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. Yeah.
Thank you. I'd love to go to karaoke with you.
Yes!